Hello, welcome back to the Shoe Snob unboxing video, One Take Wonders. Here we are again. It's been a while and sorry, I've just been super busy and haven't really had a ton of new stuff coming in, but I do got a few things here, got a few videos to knock out, and I'm gonna try to make these shorter, so I'm gonna talk faster. Hopefully you can all hear me. All right, so something I've never done, I never thought of doing, but when a follower of the blog offered to lend a pair of his shoes for unboxing video review, I thought, why not? Content is great. It's a big brand. People want to hear about it. People may want to hear my thoughts about it. So let's jump straight into this. What we got here is a pair of Salvatore Ferragamo Tramezza Oxfords. Sorry, I'm putting on my little Italian accent because Italian just sounds funny when you don't put the Italian accent on it. And being that I lived in Florence for a year, I got a little bit of it still left, although it is fading. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. The model is called the Salvatore, and this is gonna surprise you. Not a shoe that I hold in my hand very often. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm not gonna go into all the details because I got these shoes from somebody else, not straight from the store. So I don't know if things were taken out, if it was rustled around. So I wouldn't really judge the quality of the packing and all of that. But of course, being that you are buying from a high-end Italian luxury maker, the box is top quality. It's very sturdy, it's very heavy. It's got a very nice opening, very tight. Great box. I'm sure it's a very expensive box because when you do buy these designer Italian brands, one thing they don't miss are the fine details. So let's jump straight into it. All right, well, it looks like he did leave a lot of the goodies in here. So spare laces, a nice metal black shoehorn, and a little booklet about the Ferragamo shoes and what they are calling special edition. I don't know if they're calling all of their Tramezza shoes special edition or just the ones in this bag, and you'll see what makes them special as soon as I take them out. All right, so dun dun dun, here we have a full, now you know what, before I make a mistake, these are Alligator. So these are a very unique, interesting, well, these are a hole cut, and these are an impressive hole cut, but the hole cut is not, the seam of the hole cut is not where it traditionally is, where you have it on the back, but it's rather the quarter piece that starts on one end and goes all the way around back to the top of the quarter. So the bottom of the quarter goes to the toe, goes all the way on the inside of the shoe with a seamless heel, and then back to the other end. So this is a very unique piece, a very cool piece actually, and it comes as no surprise because if you have your ear to the ground, the word is that Paolo Scafora makes the Tramezza line for Ferragamo, and being that Paolo Scafora is one of the great makers of Italy, it comes as no surprise that the craftsmanship is here in this line. So let's take a closer look. So you got the seam, where is it? Sorry, starts here, wraps around, yeah, plain toe. Now you see on the inside of the shoe that it's seam free. Comes back to the heel, no seam still, and finishes over here. A very unique piece. So the Alligator, okay, let me say, designer brands are not my favorite because the reality is you pay for a name. This shoe on the website for a traditional hole cut is $12,000. I'm sure you can get a full Alligator for G&G for less than that. So a lot of what you're paying is the name Ferragamo. Not to say that Paolo Scafora is not making a great shoe, because he definitely does, but I'm sure even he charges less for that. So, you know, as a business owner myself, fair play for them building a brand and a history and the ability to charge what they want based on their brand's value. Great job. That's business success 101. When it comes to being the shoe snob and then saying, hey, If you want value, look somewhere else. That's another story. If you want a name, by all means, the craftsmanship is there. The shoes are beautiful. One thing I gotta give it to the Italian makers is, while you're not gonna get, in my opinion, the Italian designer shoes, you know, Gucci, Ferragamo, Prada, all of them, you're not getting per se the best craftsmanship on the planet. This is excluding the Ferragamo Tramezza line, just in general. You know, a lot of their stuff is Blake and glued. But one thing they will always have is high quality leather. So regardless of what construction they're doing, cemented, glued, Blake, whatever, Bologna, they do use good quality leather. So I cannot knock them for that. That is something that you find. The leather the shoes are always flawless. You don't find flaws on designer brands. So if that's your goal, flawless shoes, by all means, knock yourself out, because they make flawless shoes. I've never once seen a flaw in them. So there is that. I guess we all value different things. So that is one point positive towards paying the surcharge for designer shoes. You get perfect shoes. So anyway, let me keep it, let me try to continue to be fast, because I know I can get carried away. So we got the sole here now. What I read about the Tramezza line, I actually owned a pair about 18 years ago. I can't lie, I love that shoe. It was a very classic Ferragamo, dark brown suede tassel, Oxford. I wore it a lot. It was very comfortable. I do like Ferragamo. I like the Tramezza line. I never liked the other line because they just felt cheap, and they were. But the Tramezza line is a good line made by a great reputable maker, and it is said to be Goodyear welted. Now I was reading up on this, and so Tramezza means in between, the middle. So as opposed to putting cork, they have soft leather. Now I know that a lot of Italians do this because we did this at Stefano Berman when I was making shoes by hand. So traditionally you put layer of cork, but they have this like foam like leather material that a lot of the Italians use, which is also very comfortable. So that's essentially what the Tramezza line means, is you have this special layer of soft leather between the insole and the outsole, much like a traditional Goodyear welted shoe. So this pair is actually 270-degree Norwegian welt as well. And I can't claim to be any kind of expert on Norwegian welt. I've never had a pair of shoes in that. It's never really appealed to me, so to speak. I mean, I would definitely take one. I don't know if I would ever make one or aspire to have one, but you know, if the opportunity presented itself, I would have a pair in a boot. I probably wouldn't put it in a shoe. Again, I can't deny that the leather is very beautiful. It's super glossy. It feels high quality. You can tell that it is a good Alligator. This is not a cheap exotic. To be honest, again, with the designers, you're buying the highest grade leathers. There is very cheap exotic leather and it's horrible. So this is nice. And again, Scafora, a good personal friend of mine, makes great shoes. So there's no surprise that the collaboration between them and Ferragamo produces a great piece of footwear. If only Ferragamo did all of that for all of their shoes, they'd be an amazing brand. But because the majority of what they sell is cemented and or Bologna, very cheap, or Blake stitch, which just really, you know, just throwaway shoes in my opinion. It's hard to respect them. They're great as designers. You know, there are things to like, but that's their bread and butter. I don't imagine this is their bread and butter, because this is a serious shoe, and you know, in the reality, the world of serious shoes is very small. We're trying to grow it, but it's very small. Let's hope it gets bigger. One thing I like is it has triple row stitching. Small detail there that you don't find on a lot of makers, but I like that because it accentuates the pieces. Anyway, beautiful shoe. Thankful to the follower that allowed me to borrow this, entrusted me with the $12,000 shoe. that I could then do a review for all of you. If you're gonna buy Ferragamo, only buy the Tramezza line. It's the only one worth its salt. The rest of it is just designer rubbish. Sorry to say. But definitely buy the Tramezza line. You're supporting a great shoemaker, Paolo Scafora, a good friend, a great person, somebody we definitely need in the shoe industry. So if you want to go down that route, do check that out. Let me just quickly, so this is just one thing. Again, $12,000 shoes with some little cheap shoe trees like this. That's a detail that went missed. That should be a much finer shoe tree. This is as cheap as they come. The lining is beautiful. You won't be able to see it. One thing that is interesting, Italian makers almost always have a full sock liner. I don't know if I love that or don't love that, to be honest. I like to be able to see the insole because that's usually how you determine whether the claimed construction is real or not. So they always do that. Sometimes I feel like they're hiding the insole so you can't see what's underneath there. I don't think that for this because I know these are made by Paolo Scafora and I know that the quality is there, but when you start looking at most Italian brands, you notice they always have full sock liners. Traditional welted shoes always have a half sock liner, so you can see the insole and you can see that it's welted. Anyway, beautiful lining, very nice, quality shoe, exotic stuff. Maybe one day in my life I'll have something similar. But $12,000 could do me a lot of good in other areas. So I think that day is not here. I hope you've enjoyed. I got more coming. Do stay tuned. Thanks as always. Please share, please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification. Let me just say all the things that all the other bloggers say as a way to keep educating and help grow the channel so that if you are like me and you want to see better shoes in this world, I'm on the one-man quest. Well, there's another friend, Jesper, who's also on the we're a two-man quest trying to build this industry. So anyway, thanks as always. Take care. Bye.